And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. The aforementioned Roger Cleveland joins us. Roger might look familiar because for, what was it, 10 years, Roger, you were highway superintendent up in New Hartford. And before that, you were in a position in New Hartford as well, right?
Yes, I was the town engineer.
Town engineer. Now all you got to do is worry about putting on the, helping put on the annual bazaar for Our Lady of Lourdes.
We do.
It's probably, it seems a lot simpler than put it, you know.
Well, there's a lot of people that take part in it.
Yeah.
And always a need for volunteers, which I'll mention a little bit later. But to start off, certainly on behalf of Father Joe Salerno and Our Lady of Lourdes Parish, and Father Joe now being pastor both of Our Lady of Lourdes and Our Lady of Rosary, and the Notre Dame Elementary School organization, certainly want to thank you for having us on your show.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And in addition to that, he's the chaplain for the fire department in Utica, yes, and the police department, busy man. In fact, you give me an opportunity to mention that he's going to be one of the living legends for the Oneida County History Center. We were talking about that just last week with Brian Howard. And Father is one of 4 that's going to be honored in October. So
that's wonderful.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, very deserving honor. I don't know how he's going to find time to come to the dinner, but I'm hoping he finds a way. The date for the annual bazaar, did I get it right?
Yes, you did. August 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. How long has the bazaar been? We'll give people the details of what's going to happen this year, but just a little bit of history. How long has it been going on?
Since before the last turn of the century, at least back into the 90s, when Father Carlin was pastor of Our Lady of Lourdes.
And Father Carlin knows something. It might have been his idea. He knows something about fairs and
yes,
bazaars and stuff.
He does. He has studied them. He's traveled with them.
Yes.
And in fact, when we had a change of our ride vendor, Father Carlin was one of the people that I made a phone call to and asked for some suggestions, and followed up, and he knew of this company, Main Event Amusements, and you know, was very positive about them.
Yeah. Yep. For those who aren't familiar with church bazaar, it's a typical church bazaar. Barton Ave gets closed down. And the rides are put in there, and it's open to everybody.
Absolutely. In fact, that's one of the greatest things about the bazaar is we get a lot of folks from both the immediate community and throughout the Utica area, and all the surrounding towns and villages and so forth. It's been going on for a number of years, and we see it growing. Weather dependent.
Well, you know, we were talking before the show, Roger, and you can have just everything that would attract people. Boy, if you can't get the weather, though.
Right. It does have an impact.
Yeah.
But we've been very fortunate that the last 2 or 3 years we've had just outstanding weather.
How important is this to be a financial success? How important is it to Our Lady of Lourdes for this to be a success?
It's really a split between Our Lady of Lourdes Parish and the elementary school.
Notre Dame.
We share the proceeds, and it goes to support programming, ministries, you know, concrete improvements. And, so it's part of the budget, and so we really need to do a good job each year.
Let's talk about what people will find when they go up there.
They will find, let's start off coming in from the parking lot behind the church is trinkets and treasures. One person's stuff is somebody else's treasure, and all of the garages are filled with toys and things that people donated.
Something like a flea market, Roger.
Yes, yep. Wonderful bargains, wonderful. Going in from there, there's a beer tent, there's food tent.
You don't gloss over the beer tent quite that quickly.
Well,
I'm teasing.
And all different kinds of foods. Friday night is featuring a fish fry, but there's tons of other food availabilities.
And on a personal note, I always look forward to that pizza free.
Yes. Yes.
Long lines for that.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Sometimes way too long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then near the food court is where the band area is, and we have some good entertainment. And across the street, and actually on both sides of the street, we have both kids and adults rides.
The entertainment this year, pretty good, pretty solid.
Yes, yes. A number of returning entertainers and groups. Frank Canestra will be there Friday night from 5 to 7, and they'll be followed by a new group this year, Showtime, from 7:30 to 10. And Saturday afternoon into evening, Joe LaPaglia comes back again from 5 to 7, and is followed by somebody else that's very popular in the area, Classified, from 7:30 to 10. And another new one on Sunday afternoon is Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the new performances.
I'm not familiar with Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. I am familiar with Classified. Did you have them last year?
Yes, yes. They've been with us for several years.
Yeah, and they always draw big.
They drew. And we always put in our media posts that, bring your chairs when you come to see Classified.
Mm-hmm. The entertainment, the people that put this on, all volunteers. You're still looking for volunteers?
Yes, always. Before, during, and after. It's easy to, at 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon to walk away from all this, but there's a ton of work to still be done, clean up and washing down tables, all of the kitchen apparatus that we have out there.
How many people do you think are involved with this on a volunteer?
On a volunteer basis?
Yeah.
Probably, I'd say several hundred. Mm-hmm. Doing bits and pieces throughout the weekend, food preparation, cleanup, and
the bazaar opens up at what time on Friday?
It will open at 4 o'clock on Friday.
And goes
to 11. And then on Saturday, it goes from noon until 11. And on Sunday, from noon until about 5 o'clock.
Yep. What happens, and I don't want to jinx anything here, but what happens if it does rain?
People still come. Mm-hmm. And they still have a good time. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot of things to do. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if we get into, thunderstorm situations, why, the rides will shut down, but, they'll keep them open just as long as they possibly can. And just simply because it's raining, it doesn't shut down the entertainment. Yeah,
and the band shell, the city band shell is up there for them, and then there's the big tent. Mm-hmm. And I mean a big tent.
Right.
What about sponsors? Usually with these kinds of events, you need to have somebody helping you put it on. You have some of those?
Yes, we do, and just to name a few of them here, and this is certainly by no means a complete listing. The Bank of Utica, Schnatry's, M. Griffith Investments, Adarino Construction, and the National Building and Restoration Company. So, I mean, this list is probably two to 3 weeks old. Yeah. So there's a lot more. Yeah.
Just to get away from the bazaar for a second, there is a big anniversary coming up for Our Lady of Lourdes. Next year, is it, Roger?
Yes. Yep. 2019 will be our 100th anniversary. And almost every single month, and probably by the time it's done, it will be just about every month, there will be some kind of an event celebrating the 100th anniversary. We're certainly looking forward to the bishop coming down. There's going to be a big dinner, dance. I'm heading up doing an art show, and just all different kinds of things.
Well, you have to get Father to come in for that, and we'll talk about the 100th anniversary.
I will pass that message along.
And give everybody the date, the time, the place for this year's annual bazaar.
Okay. It starts on Friday, the 24th of August, and it opens at 4 o'clock, and that's a Friday. Saturday, it will be open from noon until 12. That's the 25th. And on Sunday, the 26th, from noon until 5.
Good. Well, I hope it's a big success.
We do too.
And I always look forward to it every year, and I'll see you up there this year.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you. We come back, we'll talk to Katie Giacovelli about Operation Sunshine. Short break, right back.